Hi friends, today we've been talking about how artists study people's faces to capture their expression. And we've also been talking about how to accurately or correctly draw someone by thinking about proportion. And proportion is just the relationship of size of an object or an area on a painting to another object or area on a painting. So one thing I want us to think about today when we're thinking about proportion is look at my example here. Now, faces are symmetrical, which means if you put an imaginary line down the middle, this side is going to be the same as this side, and they also are balanced. So we are going to have a guiding line here to help us figure out where to put the eyes. So on everyone's face, if you imagine a dotted line going down the middle, this side is pretty much the same side as this shapes and placement as this side. So what you're going to need today, it's pretty simple. I'm going to use a big piece of paper. This is a 12 by 18 size sheet of paper. You can use whatever paper you have available for you, and you're going to need a pencil. Let's get started. Oh, and a friend. You're going to need a friend or a photograph. Let's get started. All right, friends, so you're going to either want a partner for this project or you're going to want to use a photograph. So I'm going to use this photograph of my older son, and I can tell by his expression he's very happy and excited. This was when his grandma came over to the house to surprise him for Easter with this giant Easter egg. So the first thing we're going to draw is a big oval on our paper. I'm drawing it light till I get it right. I want this is a portrait, so remember a portrait is a close-up of a person's face, so we're going to make this the main or the biggest part of the picture. There, I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll go in a little bit darker. I don't want you to though. Draw light till you get it right. Perfect. Then I'm going to make a dotted line going down the middle, just like on our examples here. So this is going to help me put things in the right place and get the proportions right. We're going to draw it light. Do not draw dark because we're going to erase some of this when we're done. There's halfway across the face, and then our eyes fall halfway in the middle, so I'm going to find the halfway middle part with that here, and I'm going to draw another dotted line here. Take a moment and do that on your paper. Now we're just going to start sketching the parts of the face. And I'm going to start with his eyes. Draw it light till you get it right. His eyes are kind of squinted here, so I'm going to draw that shape. The line comes up. This eye takes up most of that picture. That eye hole. We can draw the nose. The nose falls halfway between the eyes and the bottom of the face, so it'll fall about here. And look at the shapes of his nose. Then his lips, he's smiling super duper big. His top lip is barely showing. So where his teeth meet are going to be this next line. It's going to fall halfway between the chin and the nose. And his teeth kind of come back like this. And this upper lip is super thin. And the bottom lip is a little bit wider. And then his teeth. Can draw a guiding line for the bottom of his teeth and then start putting in the shapes. There's his mouth. Now let's put in his eyebrows. I don't see all of his eyebrows, so I'm just going to draw the part that I see. Draw what you see, not what you think you should see. His neck. comes out like this. All right, so now let's work on his hair. So his hairline starts way up here. I'm just gonna, not the top of his head. That would be where, if he was bald headed, that's what we would see. This line right here is somewhere in here. So then I'm gonna look at, well, this part of his hair comes down in a shape over his eyebrows. It kind of curls up, so I'm just gonna put a curl line. And this part comes over and covers this other part of his eyebrow. You can see his ears here. So I'm just going to draw what I see, not what I think I see. His ears fall between his eyebrows and the end of his nose. Actually, they come down lower than his nose. And the other ear. There. Good. Let's finish his hair. So I'm just going to start drawing the texture of his hair, just using different types of line. Maybe if you have straight hair, you're going to use a straighter line. He has kind of a wavy hair. And he's got these like baby curls behind his neck. He needed a haircut. Okay, let's do the other side. Remember, you can use the thick part of the pencil to get thicker, the wider part, this part, to get a thicker line. The tip is for a thinner line. We've got some curls back here behind his ears. And then I'm going to add the shirt. We could even add his shoulders going off the paper. And there is my completed pencil portrait. Remember, portrait's a close-up picture of the face, thinking about proportion. So I really thought about the relationship of the shapes in relationship to one another. Where are they compared to each other? I'm going to erase my guidelines now because I don't need them. Now, it looks really easy for me to erase. You know why? Because I drew it light. So draw it light till you what? Get it right. All right, friends, I hope you have as much fun learning about portraits and drawing your friend and learning about proportion. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.